What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be discussing motorcycle mistakes, ones that we've made as new riders, experienced riders, and everywhere in between riders. So if that is something of interest to you and you want to know more, stick around, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. As the title suggests, we are going to be discussing motorcycling mistakes that we've all made and we all do still make, me included. As a motorcycle rider of 20 years plus experience, I've made my fair few mistakes and I'm going to talk about them. And it's not just me that makes these mistakes, it could be anyone. First mistake that a lot of motorcyclists make, and that is trying to put their bike in gear while the side stand is still down. I myself am victim of this absolute brain fart, because I did it as recently as this evening. Just before I started this video, I went to leave, the bike was running nice and warm, ready to go, and then boom, she died on me. What happened? I left the side stand down. Now all modern-ish kind of bikes, I would say from the mid-2000s onwards, all have side stand kill switches, and the old one is no different. And I had an absolute brain fart and forgot to put the side stand up. Number two, I myself have been victim of this. I've tried riding off with my disc lock still attached. Again, it's a bit of a brain fart thing to do, but it happens. I think we've all done it at least once. Number three, trying to do a U-turn and then doing the one thing that you get taught on your test not to do and put your foot down. I've been known to do it. I'm almost certain a lot of my biker mates have done it as well, and sometimes even still do. It is just one of those things. It's a bad habit really, but you can do it at any point in your riding career. You can have had your license for 10 minutes or 10 years and still put your foot down doing a U-turn. Number three, trying to overtake someone in the wrong gear. I've done this a couple of times, but it doesn't happen all the time. And basically what I mean by that is, say for example, I've slowed down to overtake this slow moving traffic that's in front of me, and instead of dropping it down to first, I've mistakenly left it in second. Again, it happens. It's one of those things where you just go and just deal with it. Number four, again, I myself have been victim of this. Again, massive brain fart as a biker. I've tried to start the bike while the kill switch is still on, and I've sat there and I've panicked and I've gone, what's going on, what the fuck's happening? I've turned the key on, turned it off, put it into neutral, put it out of neutral, try it with the clutch in, clutch out, and you know, really panics over it. And it turns out, in essence, that little red switch there was set to on. So the kill switch was activated and I basically forgot to turn it off. Another thing that I'm a victim of, which is number five, is impatient filtering. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, even yours truly gets impatient. And I have made the mistake of trying to overtake slow moving vehicles, not realizing the gap that I'm trying to get into is a lot smaller than I thought, and had to back out of the maneuver and start again. Again, it happens. It's just one of those things. You get over it, you move on. Another mistake that a lot of bikers make, and again, I am also a victim of this. I have tried to be clever and jump away from a set of lights and dump the clutch and stall. Now, this is just either, well, it can be one of a few things. It can either be over exuberance on using the clutch. It can be impatience when it comes to actually getting through traffic. And like I said before, it can happen to anyone. It happens to the best of us. All these things that I'm talking about, I think at least one of my friends, if not all my friends, have been victim of at least one of these things. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's called experience. And it's just one of these things where you just basically get on with it. You either laugh it off or you get laughed at. Usually in most cases, you can laugh it off. It's not ideal when it happens. But when it happens, all you can do is just basically laugh. You know, be like, okay, haha, you're taking the piss, well done, thank you, and you move on. That's all you can really do. You can't do any more than that. And again, it happens to the best of us. Slow speed maneuvers, you can have a bit of a brain fart and you allow the revs to drop too low and you end up dropping your bike, or you manage to stall the bike but keep it upright, which again is the lesser of two evils, I suspect. But again, it's one of those things, you live and learn. And all these things that I'm talking about is something that I've either done, will do, or have done recently. So all my biker buddies out there, new and old, don't think you're alone when it comes to these kind of things, because we all do it. I am also my biggest critic when it comes to certain things like riding and like my video editing and making skills and whatever. So all I can say is, don't worry, you make mistakes, you're only human, you live and learn. Once you make the mistake, you learn from it, and hopefully you don't do it again. If you do unfortunately do it again, hopefully you'll learn from the second time. And if you don't learn from the second time, hopefully you learn from the third time, and so on and so forth. I mean, you know, life is for learning. And like I've already said, ladies and gents, if you take nothing away from this video, I'm hoping that you get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. Because let's face it, for most of us, the last 2 years have been absolutely shit thanks to COVID, and in some cases Brexit as well. But wherever you are, whatever you do, I'm hoping that my videos do bring you some kind of joy, some kind of entertainment, and maybe a little bit of information along the way as well. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I do thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know, it does mean a lot to me that you're part of the videos and you're part of the channel. And if you've got any questions about anything, whether it be something new, something old, if you watch any of my videos and you've got questions about it, then feel free to drop us a comment. If you've got any questions about my mistakes, my riding history, my experiences, it's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys become better bikers. I'd like to think myself as a point of contact should you need advice or help, or even just someone to talk to when it comes to anything motorcycling, or even if it's not motorcycling related. If you need to reach out to someone just to talk, it doesn't necessarily have to be about bikes. I've been told I've got a good ear to listen with, so by all means get in touch. Like I've always said, ladies and gentlemen, my channel is primarily about motorcycles, being honest, being happy, having a laugh, and bringing my motorcycling content to you guys that love watching it. That is exactly what the channel is here for. I don't judge people. I try not to, well, I say I don't judge people. I try not to be too vocal in my opinions, but obviously when it comes to certain things, you kind of have to speak up on it. So when it comes to things such as motorcycle related topics, like the actual motorcycles themselves, like the gear that we use, like the accessories you can buy, that's me. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to provide. And if you guys are liking the content and liking the product reviews and liking my personal opinions on things, then make sure to smash the like button on the videos. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. It'd be great to have you on board. I want to try and hit 10,000 subs by Christmas if possible. And even if you're not a subscriber and you watch my videos and you like it and you comment, that's also great, and I appreciate you all for it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've waffled on enough. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any comments about the gear I use or the bikes that I ride, please feel free to put it in the comments box down below, and I will do my very best to try and get back to you guys as soon as I humanly possibly can. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have been awesome. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the roads, be aware of COVID-19, be safe, be happy. As always, adios!